And that breaking news tonight, a tentative deal between the United Auto Workers and Ford Motor Company. Thank you for joining us. I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Brian Abel. It comes on day 41 of a strike against all of Detroit's big three. UAW President Shawn Fain making the formal announcement on social media this evening.
For months, we've said that record profits mean record contracts. And UAW family, our stand-up strike has delivered. Next, your elected leadership in the UAW National Ford Council is going to come to Detroit on Sunday, October 29th. They will vote on whether to send the agreement to the membership. If the council votes to approve the agreement, then that evening, we will be hosting a special Facebook Live with all of you to go through the deal in detail.
And we have Team 7 coverage starting with Action News reporter Brett Cast live at Ford's Michigan Assembly plant in Wayne, which has been involved in the strike since day one.
And Brett, what's the mood there with this new developments?
Well, Brian, right now, this is the mood. It's empty. This is Michigan Assembly plant, right? This picket line has been packed with people for 41 days, but right now, you see no one, right? Even the fires that were just like booming a few hours ago are now left to dwindle away as workers are now home with this strike seemingly coming to an end. Now, right at 8 o'clock, workers got word of that announcement and started heading into the Union Hall where they received the official word that Ford and the UAW had reached a deal. Now, these workers had been all living off strike pay for over a month. That's $500 a week, and they've been on the picket line since day one. So this was a huge relief to get back to work, but also hearing some of those wage increases, especially for tiered workers. You know, while overall it was a 25% base wage increase, some of those low wage workers will immediately see an 85% pay bump, something they thought was impossible just a few months ago. So you said you made $16 an hour? Because they just bumped the minimum pay to $28.
Yes, they did.
What does that mean? So all of a sudden you're about to go $16 an hour to $28 an hour.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. It's gonna boost up some things. I'm gonna try to invest in more things too, even more in the company, and hopefully that we can afford to buy our cars because we couldn't afford to buy the cars that we make.
For them to give us 25 and then the COLA on top of it, I mean, I'm ecstatic. I can't believe it, to be honest. So I'm just super excited.
What does that mean for you and your family and your future?
Way brighter, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Now again, the picket line is empty right now. You heard Shawn Fain earlier saying they still have to vote on this to ratify this agreement to make this official, but until that happens, workers will not be on the picket line. They'll be at home inside the warmth, enjoying time with their families. But for now, live in Wayne, I'm Brett Cast, 7 Action News.
Well, it's good to see them feeling good about what's possibly to come. Thank you so much, Brett. It's been a long road.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
More to go as well.
Governor Whitmer responding to the tentative agreement with Ford with a message for GM and Stellantis.
It says in part, I want to congratulate the UAW and Ford for reaching an historic deal that benefits our world-class auto workers and helps this world-class automaker succeed. This agreement will put more money into the pockets of hardworking Michiganders while ensuring the company can continue to grow and invest right here in Michigan. I hope this momentum will help the UAW and the remaining companies reach an agreement so Michiganders can get back to doing what they do best.
And now that a tentative agreement has been reached with Ford, how are UAW workers feeling at the remaining two companies about their chances of a deal?
7 Action News reporter Ruta Alsonaida picks up our team coverage at the Stellantis Sterling Heights assembly plant. Ruta.
Yeah, you guys, well, a bit of a different scene from what Brett was seeing over in Wayne with the Ford plant. These strikers, they are still very much out. And when I talked to them about Ford getting that deal, they really had two words they kept saying: hope and relief. Hopeful that they can get that deal done too, and relieved that Ford was able to get it done. Now this plant here, almost 7,000 workers strong. They've only been on strike since Monday. For some, this is their very first day of striking, but they say they appreciate those Wayne Ford workers that have been doing this for about 6 weeks now and feel hopeful they'll be next to get that deal. And this plant is a moneymaker for Stellantis. It's also the largest plant where they make the Ram light-duty pickup trucks. And the walkout here came after Fain says there were shortcomings from the offers that Stellantis was putting out to the UAW. Clearly a different story with Ford there. And these workers hope this sets a pattern. Now that one company has struck a deal, that this trickles down and the other two quickly follow suit.
It's usually a domino effect, for the most part. Like I said, we're going to stay optimistic that, if they can do it, then, we should be able to reach something tentative. That sounds good. Sounds great.
I ain't want to be out here too long, so by Ford coming up with their deal, that means GM and then Stellantis gonna follow right behind them.
And they say they're hopefully optimistic, just keeping their eyes out to see if they'll get that deal soon. If Shawn Fain was able to do it with one of the companies, they're seeing if he can do it with the other two. For now, reporting live in Sterling Heights, Ruta Olsenaida, 7 Action News.
Remaining hopeful. Ruta, thank you for the update from there. Let's go over some of the highlights of this tentative deal. Union leaders say it includes a 25% general wage increase plus cost of living raises. They say that will push the pay hike over 30% to more than $40 an hour. They say temporary workers will get more in wage increases than they have over the past 22 years combined. There are also annual bonuses for retirees.
And joining us now is Wayne State business professor Merrick Masters. Merrick, if you're with us, thank you for taking the time to speak to us tonight. First question I have for you, traditional wisdom, it would suggest that resolutions with GM and Stellantis would fall closely behind this tentative deal, but the strike itself leading to this is anything but typical. Instead of targeting one automaker, UAW targeted all three at once for the first time in history. So does that change the expectation, Merrick, for what comes next?
Well, I actually believe that he has calibrated the strikes to apply equivalent amounts of pressure to bring them as close as possible to a common agreement at this stage. So I think his hope all along has been that when he reaches a tentative agreement with one, it wouldn't be too much of a heavy lift at the other two. And the fact that he has tactically called the workers back to work immediately and will apply pressure thereby on Stellantis and Ford should help move the parties towards close towards an agreement in the near future.
Okay. Of note in the announcement tonight was UAW gaining the ability to strike over plant closures. Just how consequential is that?
Well, I think it's an important exhibit on the part of the company that they recognize the importance of job security to rank and file and the importance and the dissatisfaction, the grievance they have over plant closures. As Shawn Fain has said, there have been 65 of them over the past 15 to 20 years. And that has a ripple effect on workers and makes them feel very vulnerable going forward. And they'd like as much assurance as possible that their jobs will be secured in the future.
Well, talking about job security, put in context for us if you can, just how significant this deal is for auto workers and maybe the ramifications for Ford.
Well, I think that it presents an opportunity for both. And I think the fact that they're called back to work immediately suggests that they're willing to roll up their sleeves, get to work. Ford has a heavy lift in trying to remain competitive in the battle for electrification. And I think they realize they'll need the union to get there. And both parties should now get to work on making that successful, that transition.
All right, Merrick Masters. As always, appreciate your time and expertise. Thank you on such short notice for joining us tonight.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for having me.
Glenda?
Well, union leaders called on striking Ford workers to return to work as the tentative deal moves forward. So here's what happens next. The UAW National Ford Council will come to Detroit Sunday. They will vote on whether to send that agreement to the membership. If it's approved, there will be a Facebook Live to go through the agreement in detail with members. There will also be regional and local meetings. Then it's up to rank and file members to vote on whether to finalize the tentative deal. No word yet on when that vote would take place.
The president is weighing in tonight, saying he's always believed the middle class built America and unions built the middle class. This is especially true, he says, for UAW workers who built an iconic American industry. In a statement, the president says, "I applaud the UAW and Ford for coming together after a hard-fought, good-faith negotiation and reaching a historic tentative agreement tonight."
President Biden continues by saying this tentative agreement is a testament to the power of employers and employees coming together to work out their differences at the bargaining table in a manner that helps businesses succeed while helping workers secure pay and benefits they can raise a family on and retire with dignity and respect.
And stay with 7 Action News and WXYZ.com as we continue to follow the latest developments on the UAW's tentative contract agreement with Ford.
We'll bring you updates on air and, of course, online as they become available to us.